What's going on, nation? I'm Scott from muscularstrength.com, and today I'm going to hurt your feelings. Plain and simple. And this is because I'm going to tell you that some of the exercises you're currently doing in the gym are not the best use of your time, and you could be making much better gains doing a variation of the same movement or something else completely different. So let's jump right into the 3 most overrated exercises at the gym as soon as you pause the video and follow me on Instagram. Number 1, the barbell bench press. One of the most common, if not the most common chest exercise out there. It's the bro exercise. The most common question in the gym, how much do you bench, bro? Well, even if you can bench a lot of weight, it doesn't mean you're getting the best out of this exercise for your workout. This is because the barbell bench press is not the best way to maximize your chest engagement or development, especially when there's better alternatives out there like the dumbbell bench press. With dumbbells, you have more range of motion at the top and the bottom of the movement, and they require more control and stability to use. Guys, always remember that the more instability you can introduce into an exercise, the better. This is because your body has to recruit more muscle fibers in order to stabilize throughout these kinds of movements, and when compared to using a barbell, the dumbbell variation is always going to win on any exercise. Also, I just released a video going over proper form with the dumbbell bench press, and you guys should definitely check it out, especially if you have shoulder issues, because I have a few alternative form variations that can really help you out. And lastly, guys, I'm not saying the barbell bench press isn't a great exercise. You just need to train smarter for your goals. If you're powerlifting, then obviously you must use the barbell bench press to increase your overall bench. But when it comes to muscle gain, all you need is them dumbbells. Now, the second most overrated exercise is the leg extension. Now, guys, I will admit that I love using this machine too. But the more I think about it, the more I'm beginning to realize that I like it so much because when I was learning to lift, this was basically the only quad isolation exercise that I knew. When I was 14 in the gym, all the dudes teaching me how to lift would always be like, all right, let's go smash quads, and we would hit the leg extension. I never even knew you could do movements like front squats, Bulgarian split squats, Jefferson squats, or even my new favorite exercise, the sissy squat. Remember, guys, you always get the most muscle damage during the stretch portion of a movement. And if you're having a hard time building your quads and the only isolation movement that you're hitting is the leg extension, there really is no stretch because the weight stack stops at the bottom of the movement. But on an exercise like a sissy squat, the stretch becomes more intense as you lower yourself to the ground. So you have total control over this. Even the sissy squat machine, if you really think about it, is the exact opposite in terms of how you target your quads when compared to the leg extension. With the sissy squat machine, there is no tension on your quads when your legs are fully extended. But as soon as you begin to lower yourself to the ground, not only are you now applying tension to the quads, but you're loading them up for a deep stretch at the bottom of the movement. Now, many of you might tell me that you don't have access to a sissy squat machine at your gym, but at the end of the day, do you really need to isolate them when you have access to perform compound movements like front squats and Bulgarian split squats? I mean, you can even utilize the leg press to isolate your inner and outer quads if they're lagging, and I actually have a video on how to do this, and I'll link to that down in the info section below. But because I do have access to a sissy squat machine in my studio, I will admit that nothing kicks my butt more than supersetting squats with the sissy squat machine. I do this because I'm basically exhausting my quads to the max with each set, which means in order to keep up with the workout from being pre-exhausted, I'm forced to recruit more muscle fibers in my quads when I go back to squatting. So if you want to add something like this to your home gym, I will post a link for the sissy squat machine in the info section below and use the code MINDRIGHT15 for 15% off. And the third most useless exercise you can do in the gym is long, boring treadmill sessions. Guys, I cannot stand it when I see people spend more time on the treadmill than the amount of time they spent on the workout floor. It blows my mind. You could do 50 burpees and burn more calories in 10 minutes than jogging on a treadmill at a low speed for 30 to 40 minutes. If this isn't wasting your time, I don't know what is. Well, I can think of a few more things, like the trainers at my gym that I see having their overweight clients doing seated bicep curls with 10-pound dumbbells. I mean, seriously, what is that going to do? But that's a story for another day. But that doesn't mean cardio is not useful though, guys. I run 4.5 miles at least 3 to 4 times a week, but I'm doing it for cardiovascular health, and running is a mental release for me. Now, obviously, I'm burning some calories while running, but if my goal was purely focused on fat loss, my workouts first and foremost would consist of hardcore circuits where I'm combining upper body and lower body exercises while using moderate weight and keeping the focus on high volume and short rest periods. That is how you shred fat, and if you want to add some cardio to the mix, instead of running for 10 hours on the treadmill, you can make much better use of your time doing some HIIT cardio, whether it's on the treadmill, bicycle, or elliptical machine. So if you're currently trying to shred some fat or cut up, check out my 12-week fat loss program on muscularstrength.com. I will toss the link down in the info section below. And guys, these workouts can be done anywhere. All you need is a pair of 5 to 10-pound dumbbells. Smash that like button if you enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe. Click that bell so you never miss a new video upload. And as always, guys, more good stuff coming soon. See ya.